Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Run!
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
You look at this Carolina defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Herbert now. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Darius Davis.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, set. White. Shovel, 38. Ready?
1st and 10, Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Rail, yellow. Hut.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On the
2
ready.
yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Green.
They go play action. Young.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You look at this Carolina defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they had that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Herbert. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Here we
Well,
go.
the first
Here we
play
go.
of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
6. Mega. Claws red. Ready?
Here is Young. That one complete. It's tanked down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
22 needle. 5.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready up. Drill. 52. Hut, hut.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Throwing. Young. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Throw left side complete. That's Porter. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
The Panthers at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Striker, 3-3.
That's complete to Dell. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Ready?
Now Young on fourth down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10. The play fake. Now Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile. It's Young off play action. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one looks good. It is good. Down the plate.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On second down, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something's off with that one.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a give right side. Ayers. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 17-3.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
The Young keeps it, moving right.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll keep it on the ground. Ayers. Oh, what a juke into space.
He's still on his feet.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're...
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On play action, Young. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Okay, ready?
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
10 cycles. Black shot. Ready, ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He's got this downfield to McBride.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Ready?
Hands it off out of the gun.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
560. Needle blue. Hut, hut.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd down, Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Stephon Diggs, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Allen. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
Set, ready.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Ready, go.
They'll try and run this one right up the gun.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. The bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
31 yards there, first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Ready?
Young to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston taking it in as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Down.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Ready,
So the delay of
ready.
game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Young.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Well, the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
Baylor Tigers. Go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Ayers, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Black swap. Say.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set, cut.
The offense on third down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12.
Set, go.
And now here's a carry heading left. 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 162 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Here we go. Here we
After
go.
the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
You, yellow. Ready, ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Ready.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line.
Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. From down near his goal line here, Herbert. Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Set, cut.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers 33. 169 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3rd and 2.
Ready.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Porter. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Chargers 45, Panthers 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They're going to pass here with Herbert. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Second down at the 29-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. It got his man complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 57 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
They'll run on 1st down. Ayers. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This will be caught at about the 5. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Los Angeles, they